where individual rights as against human rights, that invention of our internal enemies, where individual rights will be jealously guarded and protected under the high culture parameters of the Imperium, where each individual, even the most humble and lowly, will be able to live his own life as he thinks fit, so long as he does not impinge on the individual rights of others, where every European within the Imperium will be truly free to create, to breathe, to live his own life, to choose the kind of family he wants, whether monogamous or polygamous, heterogeneous, or we don't care. Let the individual be within the Imperium man, as individual, come persona, as a person, will be truly free, a truly libertarian dominion, a dominion of regions and peoples. Imperium, masculine, absoluteness, Aristotle. Dominion, femininity, freedom, Diogenes, the eternal duality. And lastly, a word about the elite, that most important component for the emerging, the coming, inevitable, unstoppable Imperium Europa, to be ushered in that year 2012 soon, a year of galactical significance for our Gaia. Now, a few years back, I had written to David Lane of the Brotherhood in America, at the time serving 900 years solitary confinement, maximum prison in America, in North Carolina, and I knew that he had studied numerology, sacred numerology, and through his wife, I got his prison number and whatnot, and wrote to him, and I said, please, you're the only man in the world who can help me. Could you give us the hierarchy for the idea? Now, 2 months passed, and I got a reply, my envelope intact, open, read, of course, the letter, but prison authority stamps not known at the address. And it's true. And would you believe it? A couple of years later, I was here talking with you, 2 years ago, when I went back to Malta, I opened up our P.O. box, our post office box of our movement, and I get a letter from David Lane, signed by him. I don't know how he wrote, or he must have read the original letter, somebody must have copied it or something. And he said, first of all, he concurred with the idea of Imperium, wished us well, supported me, said, I will support this idea, it's very good, visit his website and so on, and then gave me the sacred numerology. 12 men at the top, the core group, at the pinnacle peak, 12, with the chairman having the casting votes. 144, 1,444, 14,444, 144,444, and the base 1 million, and all the fours. The base, of course, being the elite army. This elite army, composed of young men trained for war, warriors, not soldiers, inured to pain, trained to resist hardship and stress. This elite hierarchy, you see, will have its own areas. Königsberg could be the center for the top 12 elite, the core group, but a vast area to the east, hardly populated, in Russia, between the towns of Omsk and Tomsk, protected by 2 mighty rivers, the Irtysh and the Ob, will be a forbidden zone, and a vast territory reserved for the elite army. And you tell me, but Norman, how are we going to find these circa 2 million elite? It's very difficult. Oh yes, we have to find them. Somewhere they must be. We have to look for them. And not only that, we will produce them. We will create this emerging elite. We will resurrect the old nobilities, the Hellenic nobilities. We have this sarcophagi of all the kings, the senators, the philosophers, the Hellenics, the Roman aristocracy. And through our genius, you see, through our recent breakthroughs in DNA, we could infuse those genes and the genes of the perfectly preserved, mummified Proto-Celtics, the Tocharians, the redheads with green eyes, you see, that they are perfectly preserved. We can infuse those that DNA into our present living highest IQ sons and daughters. We will get the best of the past infused in the best of the present to create the best of the future. We will create the Übermensch, that Superman, those Superman Nietzsche dreamed of. Yes, only we of the new right dare think and say all this, can achieve all this, for there's nobody else but us. We who have no limits, we fit to rule. Meine Europa!